Hello everyone. So I'm filming a larger video about all my different adventures with TIG welding in the past month, and I thought let's make a dedicated video about replacing the welding hood I've been using since 2003. Got it on my 10th birthday. It, I believe, was a Hobart welding hood. I've used this for so many things. As a kid, I took the front off trying to turn into a VR headset. Taped a bunch of CRTs to the front, those portable kind. Didn't really work out, gave myself a headache. I've used this to do experiments with using Fresnel lenses or Fresnel lenses and focusing the sun's rays and burning metal. I've used it so much that the pads are pretty much worn out and it gives me a headache every single time I use it. Well, I think I've used that for 22 years, and going on 23. And I've always wanted an auto darkening headset. They've gotten easier to get later on. Whenever I'm welding outside, it's okay, but welding indoors, it's just so dim, I can't see. As you guys know, you saw in a recent video where I just got so frustrated. Usually I edit that out, but I just got so frustrated that I couldn't see when I was TIG welding. So I decided I'm gonna get myself an auto darkening welding hood. Well, I saw this on eBay. It's like a 2002 Optrel welding hood. And isn't that sleek? This is a beautiful welding hood. Not a big fan of the new Optrel welding hoods. This was only $35, made in Switzerland. I love Swiss made stuff. But it doesn't come with the auto darkening. And I kind of cheaped out at the end because I was like, well, Robert's Auction was doing a deal selling the large Shade 10 lenses, and I guess what I'll do is just, that fixes the problem. Okay, so I'm gonna still be having a non-auto darkening helmet, but my helmet's gonna be cool looking. Later on I can see about getting one. I don't have a whole lot of money to throw away on this. But for now, we can have this Optrel helmet welding hood, which I love. It's so light and comfortable. New old stock from the year 2000. And I have my little glass cutter. We have this Shade 10 lens. And we're going to see, can you cut praseodymium glass with a glass cutter? I don't know. Ooh, that is some weird glass. I can hear it still cracking. Oh, you can see the pieces are flying off. I should wear a face shield for this. Oh, man. Okay.
That's what it should look like.
Okay. That is some weird glass.
Well, it could be tempered.
Yeah. I've chipped them.
That's what I think is. It's tempered.
Well, so I guess I ruined it, huh?
Well, what do you mean you ruined it?
I mean, we'll probably shatter it over time because it keeps cracking now as you're holding it.
Otherwise, with I've been hitting it really hard.
Yeah. I've broken that stuff as a kid, and it's really weird. It breaks weirdly, but I can't remember how it breaks.
So you can only grows it.
You can grows it? Okay.
Yeah. It seems to be grossing all right.
Okay.
Except for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's, there isn't any the score isn't having any effect.
Yeah. It's tempered.
I mean, most tempers last explodes into a whole bunch of little squares.
Little redneck diamonds, as they call it.
Yeah, right. That's what is that what they call it? I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is I have a scar on one of my wrists from when a guy was unloading sheets of that, and yeah, I guess that's it.
Oh yeah.
And he caught the corner of the sheet on the metal like holder in the truck, and it like blew up, and I didn't even notice right away. But
Yeah.
I had this little diamond in my wrist for
Yeah.
about 10 minutes. And then I was like, oh, where's this blood coming from?
Well, thanks for that little adventure. Well, that was a fun little experiment. And again, this is a really expensive welding helmet that I don't think is a standardized shape. And I thought, well, what the heck? Let's just see if we can cut it for, it was $5 for the lens. And I've broken these lenses before around the edges, and they're almost like flint. They nap. Like you can chip them off. But I didn't know if maybe with Rick's actual glass cutting equipment, if we could actually cut it, but it doesn't really even score. I've never seen a glass that is tempered in a way that after you score it, it keeps flinging stuff off for like 10 minutes. I'm kind of expecting this thing to shatter, to be honest, but then again, I've had welding lenses that have been cracked for a decade and they didn't shatter. Well guys, the light was a huge failure. I was just constantly blinded, especially by this little stainless steel piece that I put down to protect my work surface. What the fuck is this getting caught on? God damn it. I still can't see. Maybe I should rename this series Welding in Squalor. But thankfully, I mismeasured, and they do in fact make a lens that goes right in here. I mean, what's they do? Oh, good, it fits. When I first measured it, I thought it was off by just 5 millimeters, and you know, none of the stores around here are gonna sell something in metric, which is unfortunate. Although I do appreciate how the American lenses that they do sell are bigger. Now, this thing was already kind of scuffed up, and now it's really scuffed up. It was only $12 though, so, and yeah. So, well, it kind of doesn't really fit, yeah, damn. Maybe I can jam it in. She doesn't look half bad. Okay, well, shit. Guess I have to take off a lot more. Oh my gosh. Well, that is good and thoroughly scratched now. My job is almost done. Oh good, it kind of fits. Kind of. Okay, you know what, that's good enough. All of my flush cutters are at other buildings, so my pocket knife isn't with me, of course. that actually cut pretty cleanly. Very nice. Yeah, this Optrel dial won't work with this. Oh well. Okay. When we were in Illinois last, my father actually showed me that those auto darkening lenses are sensitive to remote control. So that's a way that you can actually test them. Well, that's pretty smart. Yeah. There is a the darkness of it, it's kind of in a band, and as you turn the knob, the band goes up or that goes down. It's a gradient. So that's definitely pretty cheap. I can guarantee you the Optrel module that this came with most likely did not have any sort of gradient or issues like that. It's definitely an aspect of being cheap. Oh, and I also got this. I bought some new tungsten rods. Well, everyone, that was an entire day of welding, and I started getting the hang of it. So this thing blinds me like crazy. I have the delay is for afterwards. I have that up to about maximum. And problem is the onset. I have the sensitivity up, but it's just not really sensitive enough. So every time I strike an arc, I have to close my eyes. Otherwise, it'll be flashing me, dazzling me, I guess is the right term. What I did with it, well, that can be for the big video of all the weird shenanigans I've done. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick little adventure in replacing this welding hood with this one. I'm definitely going to keep that one around, but I might have fun with it and do some other experiments with it and stuff like that, modify it to not necessarily be for welding. And yes, I've been TIG welding with baling wire.